Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, so we're here with Gary Rager with Riverside Golf Center. And Gary's a former client of ours at First Call. And why don't you tell us about your flood? You had a flood here, right?
We had a flood May 2010. Historic flood of Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
It happened, I believe on Sunday is the day it started, the rain started, and of course during the course of the day, the Old Hickory Dam is about a mile from us. They opened the locks of the dam and it just completely flooded this whole golf course area right here. 150 something acres it flooded.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking I've never seen anything like this, and I just was, I really didn't know what to think, because I didn't know what it was going to look like when the flood waters receded, and of course it took about 3 or 4 days for the waters to recede before we could even get back onto the property.
Had you ever been through anything like that before?
No, the water had gotten up before out in what we call our golf driving range, but it had never gotten up into the building. And in fact, where we are right now, it got up to this roof here in this pavilion. That's how high it got. So you're talking 20, 25 feet right here.
And this is your livelihood?
This is my livelihood, my whole life, yes.
And it was underwater?
It was underwater, and my thought is, am I gonna have a job?
Yeah. So what'd you do after that?
So it was probably Sunday. It was Thursday. Thursday we were able to get in, come down here, get into the building. It was just, I'd never seen flood. I've been around a flood before and didn't realize the devastation that water could cause. It was just unbelievable. We were just all, we were just shocked.
Yeah.
We were just shocked and couldn't believe it. And I believe it was that day, that Thursday or possibly Friday, that one of your representatives stopped by. They were going around the area. They stopped by, talked with me for 10, 20 minutes, left me the information, and said, here's our information. If there comes a time that you may need us.
Mm-hmm.
And
were you even thinking about it?
I'd never heard anything, heard about you or anything.
About First Call?
About First Call. Never heard of First Call. I even inquired though about to some people, and they had heard about you before, and so I just filed the information away, because we were just getting started.
Overwhelmed.
So we just overwhelmed and really didn't know where to start, how to go about it or anything.
Yeah, because you don't really know what's going to happen next or what to expect.
No, unless you've been in one, you don't know. You really don't know where to turn to, other than just start cleaning up, and then you have to. Fortunately, we did have some insurance, although not nearly enough to to cover what we lost. But you just kind of, you don't know. I mean, you don't know. It's just something I've never faced before. Never want to face it again. But you just start in and just go.
So you called your insurance company, filed a claim.
Filed a claim. They, luckily we did have some insurance, and I think it was Friday or Saturday after that, a FEMA rep stopped by,
mm-hmm.
and he started, making his, I guess, assessments of the loss, that
yes.
it had incurred.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the process there, going through the claim with your insurance company, and then what made you go back to that file with First Call's information in it?
Well, as far as the insurance, it really, the insurance agent, he was actually a really good friend of ours. He was here in no time,
Yeah,
and
the agent.
Luckily,
but they don't have anything to do with the claims.
They have nothing to do with it. It's an adjuster that
yes.
you're dealing with, and the adjuster works for the insurance company, and it's in the best interest of the insurance company that they pay out as little as they can pay.
Mm-hmm.
So when I think our adjuster came from Oklahoma, but anyway, when he did get here, he was here probably pretty much all day long, and so anyway, he left. He said, it'll be week or so, and I'll be getting back to you with the figures on these. I don't know for a better word what to call it, but the estimates
probably,
estimates of what we should get back. So actually, when we got the estimates back, it was just like we were shocked because it was.
Why were you shocked?
It was nothing compared to what, if we had seen what FEMA had estimated we lost, and then the flood insurance adjuster, what his estimate was.
And then did you have a number? You probably had a number in your head too.
Yeah, and it was like, this is not even close to what we think we should be getting, because we had one building that was just almost totally gone. I mean, so I think it was it was right after that I phoned First Call. I phoned you back and said, "Could somebody come out?"
Yeah,
and look at this. I've got my figures from the adjuster, and I think a couple of guys came out. Maybe Scott was one of them who came out, and I don't know that Justin was here the first time, but he was one. But they came out, and we met in our main building in there, and
or what was left of it, I guess.
What was left of it was just a shell at that time, and it was immediately they said, we want to help you.
Yeah. So were you skeptical?
I was. I don't know if maybe I was skeptical, but at that time, from what I was looking at the figures, I knew that, we needed help. We needed help. I mean, because I knew there was nothing that I could do as far as getting more money from the insurance company, and I knew we needed help.
So you bring in First Call. And what changed in the claim after you started working with First Call, once First Call represented you on your claim?
First Call, and the great thing about it was, when First Call came in, all basically we did is just sign a contract, and so really the only work I did after calling the First Call is I made the call, signed the contract, and then every couple of weeks somebody would call me and inform me how the progression was going.
So you really felt like they took control of the claim?
Oh, immediately. They immediately, and they kept me going. Like I say, contact me and say, okay, we're coming out here and we're going to look and give our estimates of what these buildings should have been. I think we had 5 different policies. And then we're going to send them to the adjuster and show, this is what you've missed, this is what you've omitted, this is what you left out, and this is what we want done, And so, and as I was explaining, it's kind of a give and take. You put your stuff out there, and then you just kind of go back and forth.
Yeah.
And, and he'd say, this is what we're going to try to get right here.
So you really felt like they were the advocate on your side in this claim? Because there are 2 sides to a claim.
For sure they were. I mean, for sure. They were. And like I say, it was, and kind of still skeptical. So I thought, well, why, how can they go in this and do this and then give me more money when the adjuster for the insurance company has already said this is it. But I think the first building, I can't remember the exact figures, but it seemed like the first building that was a smaller building, there was about $7,000 or $8,000 more there, and it just, and as it progressed up, they started with smaller buildings and went to the main building, and then the building up by the road that had kind of been totally destroyed. And it took some time, and I was told it would take some time, but when I could see, hey, here's some more money we've got coming right now, I could see, hey, this is gonna be okay. Yeah.
So you kind of, your world's upside down, your livelihood's upside down, but you kind of felt like you had somebody on your side.
Yeah, I kind of felt like, hey, for once I got somebody on my side right here, that's helping us, and they did help us.
Yeah. And were you happy with the way that the claim turned out?
Oh, I was more than happy. I mean, again, I'm not sure for sure the exact figures, but I want to say that First Call, we got probably about 70 more thousand.
Yeah.
And I'm not for sure, I don't have the exact figures in front of me. But again, that's 70 more thousand that I wouldn't have had if First Call hadn't been working for me.
So what would you have to do in your life today if all of a sudden you needed to go out and get $70,000 more?
Oh, well, I would have had to borrow it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have had to, you know, we were also working with the SBA to borrow money because no matter what, we were going to have to borrow more money, borrow some money to start back operating. Well, that was just $70,000 more that I didn't have to borrow right there. That was just basically, I don't want to say it's free money, but it basically was free money.
It was no risk to you.
No risk to me,
Yeah.
and I did no more work to get it. I had somebody doing the work, and
But it was owed to you, and you.
well, I felt like it was owed
Well,
to me for sure.
it was owed to you. I mean, you
felt
paid
like
for your
I felt like
policy.
it was owed to me for sure. But and as far as that goes, I would tell anybody that you know, if you have anything like this happen, whether you're satisfied with your insurance adjuster and what he's saying that you should get back on your claim, I mean, there's no risk to call first call and say, can you look at this?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
very simple process.
No risk.
No risk and very simple, like I say, no work. And that was the best thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good. So, anything else?
No, that's about it. That's again, like, you know, I hate for anybody. I don't want to go through it again myself.
Yeah.
But like I say, working with y'all first call, it was like I say, it's very simple, very easy, and especially when you know, I was also dealing with the insurance, the SBA, and that was the headache right there. But
Yeah.
once it got past that and y'all took over, it was pretty smooth.
Yeah.
It really was.
Well, good. Well, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it, and it's kind of a gorgeous day here today. It's good to see that the golf course is
it's
back up and running.
Yeah,
and
we've recovered very well. Again, like I said, I hated that we, you know, had to go through that to get to here.
Yeah.
But we're recovering. Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, thank you so much, Gary. I
Okay.
appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Well,
it.